Welcome to another edition of Ngozi Atiti Vlogs. Today we are going to prepare a special meal. This time around, another soup. So this soup is called ofe nsala. Basically, what ofe nsala means, white soup. So it is a soup without oil. This soup is predominantly from the Igbo tribe in Nigeria, especially from the eastern side. The Efik tribe also have their own version of this soup, but because of the health benefit of the soup, other tribes and other parts of the world are adopting the soup. So today I'm going to reveal the ingredients we're going to use for this ofe nsala, which is white soup. Ingredients are intentional, and some of the benefits of this soup. And most people kind of lean towards using more of this soup in their daily meal because they are working on reducing their LDL. LDL means low density lipoprotein, which is basically what that means is bad cholesterol. So they want to either take a break from the regular oil meal, like most of the African Nigerian food always has one kind of oil or the other. So this ofe nsala has the major ingredients of this soup is catfish, yam, and Uziza. So Uziza seed and Uziza leaf. But in today I only have the Uziza seed. I don't have the Uziza leaf. So I'm improvising with another vegetable that I find here in Canada, which is kale. So that's why I'm calling this one my diaspora version of ofe nsala. And this ofe nsala kind of came to me, when I watched Nello Keke's version of ofe nsala. Hi Nello Keke. Yeah, so when I watched it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember the soup. We used to cook it in those days, and it used to be one of my favorite meals that, when mom cooks it, we used to like it because of it has so many yummies into it. So today I'm going to prepare my own version of ofe nsala, or aka the diaspora version. So I hope you enjoy it. So the ingredients I'm going to use today for my ofe nsala, which is known as white soup, is I'm going to use cow beef. I'm going to use cow tripe. And one of the main ingredients of this soup is catfish. So some people use the fresh catfish. Today I'm using the dried catfish. Either way it works. Also yam. This is African yam, and the purpose of using this yam is for thickening. We don't want it to be too watery and we don't want it to be too thick, so somewhere in between there. That's what I'm trying to explain. So I have my dry stockfish here. I have my dried shrimps, which is known as crayfish. I have my onions, then salt and seasoning to taste. I have my chili pepper here. I'm going to take some of the chili. Then this here, I have my Uziza. This is blended Uziza seed. So I have a teaspoon here. And the main purpose of this Uziza is one, to give it the aroma, and then secondly, because of its health benefit. Uziza seed helps with stomach ache. It also helps with infertility in women. It helps to boost to help men that have low sperm count. The Uziza seed is used to correct that. It also helps to it helps with cough. Those that have, like, maybe if you have some stubborn cough, especially this period that we are fighting coronavirus, one of the symptoms is coughing and all that. And so you want to incorporate this Uziza seed or Uziza leaf into your meal if you have access to the Uziza leaf. But I don't have access to the Uziza leaf, so I'm using the Uziza seed today. So it also helps to correct low appetite and some intestinal disorders like diarrhea, dysentery, indigestion, cholera. This Uziza seed is a helper. So these ingredients are very, very intentional. And here I have my ginger and I have garlic. So I have some some garlic in here. I'm going to blend all this together to use it to season my meat. And then I have the Negro pepper. So I didn't mention this Uziza seed is also in the family of the black pepper. The Negro pepper, I've talked about this Negro pepper before when I was in one of my videos. Yeah, this Negro pepper is also very, very nutritious, and it has some very herbal benefits. It's also found in the family of the black pepper. So it also have its antioxidant benefits. So that's why we try to incorporate these herbs into our meal. So they are all intentional. So we are trying to make our food to be our drugs and our drugs to be our food. You know what I mean? So Negro pepper it also helps in fighting malaria. So this is really used a lot in West Africa, especially in Nigeria. Helps to curtail or clear blood clots from the womb. Nursing mothers also take Negro pepper to help their appetite so that they can eat and produce a lot of milk. This also helps with respiratory discomforts, Negro pepper. See? And it also has, like I mentioned before, antioxidant properties, just like the Uziza. So these herbs are very, very intentional. Very, very intentional. Know what you're eating and know why you are eating. Be intentional with your meal. Be intentional with your spices. Be intentional with what you are putting in your stomach. You are what you eat. Okay? So let's get down and get all these ingredients into the pot and come out with a sumptuous meal. Thank you. Okay, so I have my pot set on my stove. So I'm going to put the beef inside the pot. Then this is the cow tripe. Then I also put the dry stock fish. Now the catfish, I'll be putting this later. And then to season all this that is inside the pot now, all the ingredients I mentioned before, that is my dried shrimps, onions, ginger, garlic, my chili pepper, my seasoning cubes, the Uziza seed I told you about, and the Negro pepper. The Uziza seed and the Negro pepper, they are all from the family of black pepper. And I didn't mention earlier the English name. So the Uziza seed is called Piper guineense. Piper guineense. So that is what it is called. So they are all from sometimes they call it Ashanti pepper, some call it Benin pepper, some call it Guinea cobeb. You know, so it has so many names, but that's the English name, Piper guineense. They are all from the black pepper family. Like we mentioned before, it has a lot of herbal benefits, nutrients to the body. So I'm going to blend all this together and I'll pour it into this and allow it to season. So all those ingredients I put here, they're all blended together. You know, they're all like one mixture. That's how I like doing it. So I'm going to pour it into the meat so that they can steam and be properly seasoned. So in here, I'm also going to put the yam. Remember, it's one of the major ingredients for this white soup. So I'm going to put the yam also here. So everything steams together and gets tender together. Okay. So I'll cover my pot and allow them to steam. So I'll come back and check and make sure. What I'm looking for is to make sure the meat, the tripe, the stockfish gets tender. Then I will now put my catfish into the pot to steam along with it later on. This doesn't take time to get tender, so I will put it later on. So that's the meat and the stockfish steaming very well here. So I checked the tripe. The tripe is still a little bit on the hard side, so I'll still allow it to get tender a little bit. So this time I'm going to add the catfish. So that everything incorporates here. And I'll take out some of the yam. Remember, we're using the yam as a thickening agent. So we'll just take out some of the yam and I'll blend it. I'm still going to add some fluid into this soup, but I'm holding on until I blend the yam so that I'll know how much fluid I'm going to add. So I'll take out some yam and blend. Because there's a consistency we're looking for, not too watery, not too thick kind of consistency. So I have like 3 slices of yam there. Let me see, let me put this 4th one and I'll blend and put it here. So like I said, I don't have Uziza leaf, so this is kale leaf, so I'm improvising with this. So let's just say this is my pretend Uziza leaf. So when I finish cooking, before I put the leaves, like my husband doesn't want his ofe nsala with vegetables, so I'll dish out his own before I put the vegetable. Remember, we're trying to be intentional in what we're eating. So I like the vegetable. My children like it with a green vegetable, but hubby doesn't want the vegetable, so I'll try to satisfy everybody. So I'll put some water here to blend the yam. So this is the blended yam. I'm going to pour it into the soup. So see, it's very thick. So that's why I waited for this moment, so that I'll know how much fluid I'll be adding more. So I'm going to add some water to this to get out the yam mixture. Yeah, the soup is coming together. The aroma is so good, guys. I love this soup. So I'm going to cover it and allow it to simmer for another 5 minutes. Then I'll check the consistency to see if I'll be adding more fluid or if I'll be needing some more yam. Like I still have some yam here. If I need to thicken, then I can take and blend. Otherwise, it will just be in the soup just for, you know, extra chewing something. You know what I mean? I'll cover it and allow it to simmer for another 5 minutes. Then I'll come back. Okay, my friends, let's see what is happening here. Ooh, wow. Oh my. Guys, the soup is ready. Like, ofensala is not a rocket science. It is done. Yes, perfect. This is the consistency I'm looking for. You see? Not too runny. This is the consistency I'm looking for. And I still have some chunk of yam here. You know, it will still be adding its little thickness, but not like drastic. So yeah, this is the consistency I'm looking for. So after this, the next thing now is to add my this is my vegetable. So my pretend Uziza leaf, you get what I mean? But because hubby doesn't want vegetable, he likes his ofensala white, so I'm going to dish out his own and then I'll add the vegetable. Then I'll come back and show you guys the finished product. Okay, my friends, so we have come to today's vlog and this is the final product. So how do you like your ofensala? Do you like it with vegetable or without vegetable? Let me know in the comment section what you prefer. Personally, I like it with vegetable. You know, I like seeing those greenness in my soup, but hubby likes it without vegetable. Either way, you are all good, but let me hear from you what you think. How do you like yours? And until I see you in another vlog, please stay safe, eat healthy, and be healthy. Thank you, and bye bye.